show is a show of three social realists. And this is the second time Bill Gothard's been showing with us. When I learned that he was a student back in the 50s with the Soyer brothers, I really felt, since I was so taken with his work, that I felt this show was almost in honor and respect to William Gothard, because I think his work is just so special.
I went in the Navy for 4 years, and when I came out, I went under the GI Bill to the American Art School, which was right in back of Carnegie Hall, and Rayfield Soyer was teaching there. So I studied with him for about a year in 1955. And also I studied with his younger brother, Isaac, in 1949. Being a young art student, I don't know if you've met any, but they're arrogant. And, we thought the sun set on us, and we thought we were pretty good. But we were studying with masters, but we wouldn't admit that. Now that I look back upon it and where these men are in the history of American art, I feel somewhat privileged. I feel privileged.
The inspiration of his works, I could see the relationship between him and the Soyer brothers. And this is actually at the Art Students League, where he's painting other artists during the time when he was studying there.
He'd say it's very interesting, or it's very expressive. When you come right down to it, it doesn't mean anything. It could be interesting because it's bad, but he had himself covered.
In addition, I have three artists. One is local, Ken Kewley. Beautiful, lush, colorful.
It's just not the shapes, but it's also like the shapes of the colors that I'm really attracted to. Some people think I make up those colors, but I just see them that way.
Figurative pieces of 12 scenes, which he paints with models.
They relate to the other show. The other paintings that are in the show from 1999, I did a series called The Dressing Room Paintings. And basically I'm using the figure and I'm working from life, and I'm having the model be changing into clothes. So it's not like a set, a static pose. There's an action going on. There's a reason why she's going from one garment to the next.
What impressed me the most about Ken Kewley was the mesmerizing intensity of the colors of his work, as well as his strong interest in tabletop settings of pastries and fruits and watermelons and what have you. It just, I feel like I feel as if I want to go outside to the local diner and get a nice big thick slice of chocolate pie. We have Stephen Asell. As you can see, his work is just so special. He has such a feeling of light and reality that you can almost feel as if you could walk into the painting. Pencil works that are just spectacular. I would hope that we'd be showing more of his work in the future. Peter Krause is a Canadian and has been exhibited both in New York as well as in LA. His works are extremely lush landscapes, and he has a special style. We only have one of his pieces here, but I plan to bring maybe 5 or 6 pieces to our next show. Moses Soyer, who was Raphael's twin brother, also taught at the Art Students League, and he, like his brother, and there was a third brother, Isaac Soyer, all of whom painted social realistic kinds of elements of that time.
this was in a boxing magazine, but I changed the fighters so that I don't want them recognized. I want the essence of boxing, not that's so and so, and that doesn't mean anything to me. It's two guys mixing it, and that's what that's all about. Two guys mixing it.
Conversation. That's the only one that I've actually invented totally. So there's no models. I'm just inventing this very strange place with strange animals. Sometimes they turn into dogs. Sometimes they turn into lions or goats or deer.
I've always painted exactly what I want to paint, with no conformity at all. I hope that there's something that appeals to people. It's nice to sell a painting. It's like gravy, But I would paint even if I didn't sell anything. I've always painted.
The show will go on for approximately a month. It ends October 6th.
I feel like I would just follow this tradition of figure painting, and I'm just going to keep doing it.
Amy and David have done a beautiful job. It's a nice space. It's a privilege to exhibit here. Privilege.